Hi everybody, my name is Shireen Richter and I'm a laughter and happiness professor, and I'd love to welcome you to Natura's happiness episodes where we're going to be covering in detail how to get more happiness into your life, how to make your heart feel full of joy, how to be able to cope in these terribly trying times, how to adjust to a new normal, and how to shift us from feeling down in an upside down world into feeling joyful and resilient and being able to cope. We'll be doing 5 different episodes. Each episode will be broken into different happiness hacks. These happiness hacks can be done every single day. They can be done wherever you are. They only take 30 seconds or a minute to do, and they will change your life. So some of the stuff that I'm going to speak about may seem a little stupid. It may seem a little simple, and you may think to yourself, really, how is that going to change the way I feel inside? But what I'd like to assure you is that all of the hacks and tips and tricks and ideas that I'm going to put forward today have all been scientifically proven to create physiological and biochemical shifts in the brain and in the body. And the idea is that through all the episodes, I'll be presenting different concepts to you and different hacks to you. What you need to do is take what resonates for you. Not all of them will resonate for all of you. And the idea is that you take what resonates and you make it a habit. So you start incorporating it into your life. And as you incorporate it and start doing it for 3 weeks, for 4 weeks, they will become part of who you are. And you will stop having to focus on it, and it will just become something that you automatically do. And when that happens, that's when you'll start achieving true joy in your life, because you'll be using these tools in order to shift the way that you feel. Why is it important for us to have a happiness course? I think the main thing is because we go to school, or we go to university, or we go to college, we learn how to read and write, we learn maths and science, and we learn different subjects. But the most important thing that we need as human beings is to know how to be happy. And we're never taught that. We're left scrambling, wondering. We wake up in the morning and we expect to feel happy. And what happens is, usually, we're not. And then we feel disappointed. And then we feel like we are the victim. And we feel like, oh gosh, why didn't I wake up happy? What's wrong with me? Why is the world against me? Why have I got such bad luck? But the truth is that happiness doesn't come from the outside world. Happiness is an inside job. And we have to create happiness internally with these tips and tools, so that when we wake up, we can reframe, we can refocus. Now, the first part of gaining or bringing happiness into your life is through choice. We have to decide to choose that we want to be happy, and we have to look at what we can do to do that. So if you look at a little 2-year-old child, if they don't get what they want, and they want a sweet or they want a toy, and the parent says, no, you can't have it, generally what would they do? They would scream, cry, kick, lie on the floor, complain, nag, whine, moan. Now let's look at us as adults. What do we do when things don't go our way? What do we do when we don't get what we really want every single day in our lives? Effectively, we are doing the same thing, and we're bringing that negativity into our world. So what we're going to do is we have to start with ourselves. We have to make that choice. I want more happiness into my life, and I'm going to work at it. So just like going to gym to keep healthy and fit, going on diet or eating properly so that you feed your body the correct nutrients, takes work. It takes effort. You do not go on diet today and wake up being skinny tomorrow. You have to practice every day, and then you'll have a bad day, and you'll eat the chocolate and the pizza, and that's okay, because the next day you go back to your goal, and you go back to trying to achieve what you want. We've never been told that. We've never been shown that happiness is something that is in our control and that we have to work on. We have to know what we are thinking, and the first hack that I'm going to share with you is speaking happy. if you look at conversations that you have, if you analyze conversations that you have with people, often it's, how are you? I'm not feeling great. I don't feel happy. You can't believe what's going on in my world. Things are so tough. And the truth is, that's what then will show up for you. Exactly what you say shows up. So if you say it, it's right. If you don't say it, it's also right. Whatever you reflect, whatever you bring out to the world is what comes back to you. So speaking happy is quite difficult because the world has programmed for us to speak negatively. Somebody actually said to me something very interesting, and it really took me by surprise, and it's something that I'm still trying to incorporate into my day. I phoned this woman and said, how are you? And she said, I'm blessed, thank you. How are you? And I've never heard anyone answer the phone like that. And it actually took my breath away for a minute because, I was thinking, I'm fine, and you, I'm good, I'm great, I'm blessed. Wow. That is something we can all try. Just to say, I'm blessed. Because whatever you have or don't have, you still have blessings. And whatever you have is more than many other people. So reframe that everything is good in your life. I have a happiness hack. I call it a happiness bracelet. It's just a rubber bracelet. You can use anything you may have. And what we do is we wear it all the time to remind us to speak happy. So we put it onto our arm and we forget about it. And then what we do is we, in the morning, decide on 1 hour in the day where we are going to choose to speak happy. And what we do is we switch hands. And for that hour, we are not allowed to say anything negative. Even if we're feeling it, even if we're asked, we reply only in the positive. And if you do speak negatively, which you may, because we're programmed to do this, all you're going to do is switch hands. Now, you may say this sounds really silly, sounds really stupid, but what we need to do is we need to bring it into the physical realm. So we have all this theory, yes, we know we have to speak positively and it sounds great, but it's so easy to forget that. So what we need to do is every time we have a negative thought, we switch hands. And the goal would then be to get through 1 hour in every day without switching hands. Once you are able to get through 1 hour, you switch to 2. And then you build on that and you switch to 3. And what I can tell you is that if you are able to get to a whole day, to a half a day, the world that you are living in now will no longer exist. And you will be living in a world of positivity, because when you speak positive, people will speak positively towards you. You will change and affect the people that are around you in your everyday world. So that is hack number 1. Use your happiness bracelet and try and get to 1 day, and don't be disappointed in yourself if you can't. The other thing is just have a chat with a friend and say, we're just going to talk happy for the next 5 minutes. You will find how challenging it is and how difficult it is. But once again, we are reframing, we are reprogramming. So I'd like to say at the end of this episode is smile a lot, even if you don't feel it. Because when we smile, it sends a message to the brain to say you're happy. Be consciously aware of what you say. Be consciously aware of how you answer people. And start the change with you. Thank you. Please join me next time in our next happiness hack, where I'll be discussing ways to build your resilience, amazing tricks and techniques to make you stronger so that you can be happier, how to manage your anger more effectively, how motion creates emotion, and just simply by the way you walk and the way you stand builds more happiness in your life. Can't wait to see you next time.